move on to the PC Gaming Show. This is the show that Mr. Day J himself hosts pretty much every year now, along with Frankie in the last couple of years, the girl that hosts alongside of him, and they do their thing. They always do a pretty good job of it. And so much gets shown at this show that it's hard to even keep up. So I'm just going to highlight some of the major shit here. Because there really is an almost non-stop slew of shit that you see like 3 seconds of a clip of a game on screen and they just keep fucking cranking stuff out for like the whole conference. Midnight Ghost Hunt was the first thing that really stood out to me. Did you see any of the PC Gaming Show?
Didn't watch any of it.
So Midnight Ghost Hunt, you know the game Prop Hunt that streamers played a fair amount of for a while?
Yes.
And it was pretty cool. It's like a Source Engine mod.
Yep.
Okay, so Midnight Ghost Hunt is like Prop Hunt with Ghostbusters. So the people that are ghosts, they're hiding in objects around the house, this mansion, and then there are people that literally look like Ghostbusters. They're in like hazmat suits with like fucking proton packs, and essentially.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
And their job is to clear the house of ghosts. But the ghosts can fight back. They can actually throw objects at the ghost hunt, Ghostbusters, if you want to call them that, or ghost hunters. And their job is to incapacitate all of the hunters before all the ghosts go down. And the hunters or the busters, they want to clear out all the ghosts, especially before midnight, because when midnight rolls around, the ghosts' power goes way through the roof, and they're really hard at that point just to survive until the morning or whatever. So. It looked pretty cool. Graphically, it actually looked
it doesn't
really
look
great.
bad.
It looks like it'll be a fun little game. It's not something you're going to charge $60 for, but it was kind of a fun little game and a cool kind of extension of Prop Hunt, where before Prop Hunt was just you go and hide, but now you actually can retaliate a bit and fight back against the people trying to find you and whatnot in the house. And so that kind of stood out to me. A bit. Shenmue 3 got shown off. They brought the boys out on stage for Shenmue 3. Shenmue is one of the most beloved Dreamcast titles of all time, and a lot of people have been waiting for Shenmue 3 to finally hit, and it's gone through its ups and downs in development. And I've got to be honest. Yeah, there's Shenmue right there, Dreamcast. So I've got to be honest, dude. The game looked rough.
I didn't see it, so
graphically. It looked like an Xbox 360 game. Animations looked really bad, pretty much throughout. Voice acting, also not so hot. It looked really rough. And yet it's coming out, I think, this year, this November. But it still looks like a game that needs another like year, 2 years, to really polish it up. So that's going to be another one of those games where it's going to lean hard on story and character. And if that isn't there, you're asking players to do an awful lot, because it really did look dated as fuck. It looked like an old game. Talk about Shenmue 3 Epic Store. I didn't even know anything. I don't even remember anything about that, but I'm assuming it's going to the Epic Store
or something.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. If a game goes to Epic Store, fucking don't care. If it goes to Steam, congratulations.
Yeah, I don't.
If it goes to neither of them and it's it's a console exclusive, also
if the game never comes out, I actually don't give a flying fuck.
Fucking care.
It can die in a fucking fire.
Yeah. But I'm guessing. Oh, it's an EGS exclusive after having a GoFundMe or whatever through Kickstarter. Oh, okay. So it was another one of those. That's happened to a few games.
Don't care.
Really don't care.
Yeah.
Because this is a game that barely happened even with a Kickstarter. And now you're looking at, again, one of the most beloved games of all time with a developer behind it that everyone wants to love. And then a developer comes out and says, we're taking this to EGS because they're paying us lots of money and we'll be able to maybe make some more games or maybe some content for this game down the road.
Yeah. Maybe fix your animations.
Just fucking be happy.
Hire a better voice actor.
Just be happy. Just fuck over yourself. Grow the fuck up. Just grow the fuck up. Jesus Christ. It's not that bad. Ancestors, which was shown last year, is literally where you're going to Africa. To Africa! 10 million years ago. Going through the various stages of humanity's evolution, and you're playing through them. of sorts, which sounds like a really weird concept, but when you watch it be played, it actually looks pretty dope. And so they showed a bit more of that as well. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Is it looked pretty good. It's a game that nobody else would ever think to do. Somebody decided to go and do that. Like if somebody sat down and pitched a game, let's go to Africa 10 million years ago and you play through the evolution of humanity, somebody would go, maybe not. They said, fuck it, we're doing it. And it looks pretty dope.
All right.
After that, Chris Tales, which is an RPG with a great art style, a really, really unique-ish art style. And when I say RPG, I mean, I don't want to call it a Japanese RPG, but it kind of like edges in that direction a bit. And then there's mechanics of past, present, and future. So time plays a pretty big part in this game. And depending on, where you are, I guess it will look like if you're in the past, the present, or the future, depending on where you are, whether that's in the battles or outside in the world, it pretty dramatically changes how things go. And so I'm guessing that you're going to be doing a lot of jumping around.
Time traveling.
And trying to, piece something together, doing it that way.
So basically a puzzle. It's a puzzle game.
At least to some degree. I don't know. You don't see enough of it to really tell, but it isn't more of an RPG kind of deal. Then we saw more Borderlands 3. Guess what? It's more Borderlands.
Cool. A lot of Borderlands this year.
Yeah, with the only additional thing that we really learned is that they have DLC for Borderlands 2 that is a prequel lead up to Borderlands 3 that they're releasing.
Okay.
After that, we got Telling Lies, which is from the same team that did Her Story. Do you remember seeing people on Twitch play Your Story or Her Story?
No.
So, full FMV, so recorded just camera footage or whatever as a game.
Oh, shit. Yes. Okay. And it's like a detective thing or something?
Yes. So, of sorts. So,
like a mystery.
Yes. So, same people that did that doing this. Again, called Telling Lies. Full FMV. It's like a thriller mystery puzzle game. 10 hours of video footage in this game.
Damn.
And you're doing a lot of combing through metadata on videos. Like if you search for a certain word, then the game will goes through all the videos. Maybe this word appears in another piece of footage somewhere else, and you're reverse engineering, trying to stitch stuff together, solve this thing. And depending on what you're searching for and where you're pointing yourself through videos as you're looking, you'll maybe you see more footage than somebody else that plays the game or whatever. But you're constantly combing through stuff, trying to piece this whole thing together. I think it has something to do with NSA. Somebody found a bunch of this NSA tapes or whatever, footage from a bunch of different people saying they're uncovering some sort of conspiracy thing or some shit.
Sounds cool.
And it looked really cool. A very unique game. So definitely check that out. Telling Lies looks pretty cool. Then we got Maneater for a hot minute as well, which is Grand Theft Auto, but you're a shark. Again, showed last year. But they showed a bit more this year, and it's like Grand Theft. The way you described it, it's like playing Grand Theft Auto, but you're a shark. So you're eating people and fucking boats up and doing all sorts of shark things. And you also upgrade. So you got upgrades and shit. So you're growing as a shark, baby shark,
to a great white,
to growing all the way up, and you've got big power spikes, and then you've got you can choose upgrades for metal teeth for fucking boats up even harder and shit and everything. And it's a game that everyone's been talking about because it's so ridiculous, but it's a hilarious concept.
Sounds kind of fun.
It looks pretty dope too. Graphically it looks pretty dope. So Maneater was another one. Warframe, the game that just keeps getting bigger and crazier updates as time goes on. That community is diehard as all hell.
Yep.
Finally getting the Empyrean expansion, which is their space travel and combat expansion.
Damn.
Which is a big expansion. I think up to 4 people on the ship or whatever.
So it's starting to become more and more like Star Citizen, except it's actually out.
It's a little less detailed than what Star Citizen is going for, but it's definitely a major step for them because it's no longer just terrestrial battles. Now you're going into space.
That's pretty huge.
It's fucking huge.
That's pretty fucking big.
So
that's not small.
So they were talking about that. And, going through a little bit of the stuff. I think a lot of it people probably already knew for the most part. They have a lot more coming up. They have their TennoCon, which is their convention for Warframe, where they're going to have a much bigger reveal. And they were promoting that as well because they had in-game content where if you watch on Twitch, a half an hour of the full hour, you unlock some shit in the game and stuff like that. So they have
Warframe,
a lot of stuff coming.
Warframe is the fucking truck that keeps going. And they are fucking geniuses when it comes to keeping their game relevant and in the forefront. They do some great... the people, like the marketing team on that, understands gamers and understands how to do promotions, understands how to engage with their community.
Yeah.
They just fucking get it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you took that team and gave them to somebody like Blizzard, wow. Like, how much better would Blizzard be off having people that actually know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to how to treat content creators, all this other shit. It's insane.
They've, well, I mean, the difference between those two is that you're talking about a company that's basically just all Warframe.
Yeah.
And they're a smaller company that's kind of more independent, so they're not.
Of course.
They don't have to answer to anyone but themselves,
I know,
right?
but I'm saying I'm giving them a damn compliment.
Yes, no, absolutely. No, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. You know, they have the luxury of that, and they aren't squandering it.
No.
They're doing a lot of good stuff with it. I just wish that they made it an easier game to get into
To
as
jump
a new
into.
player.
Yeah.
Because it is
tough.
It's a shit show.
It's tough.
They have a lot. The thing is, they have to look at it because, again, they are a smaller team. They have to look at it and go, you know, we have to keep making content for the hardcore players that are basically our whales.
Yeah.
And you know, only so many resources can go back to like the old content to get it to a point where like older people or newer people, I should say, to get into the game.
Yeah.
But I feel like that game could really use some like a pair of like fucking trimmers to go out and just, you know, get the hedge back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just there's too much going on.
Yeah,
it's bloated.
It's not a casual. It's a casual friendly game, but it's not casually friendly to pick up.
No,
like you're literally lost.
It's so many years of them having like band-aided stuff on that a lot of like excess fat could be trimmed severely.
Yeah,
to
I agree.
streamline the process for newer players.
I agree.
And
They need to do what WoW did, right? Basically, make things quick to jump in.
well, you can kind of do that, but the thing is, there's so many systems in this game now.
Yeah. It's
that
tough.
even if you do it,
it's tough. Yeah.
you need like an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
To really actually, you know, keep up on the side to get it going.
I agree.
Otherwise, fire.
Yeah.
I mean, unadulterated fire. They're killing it out there with Warframe. Then we had Baldur's Gate 3, which we talked about as well last week on the podcast. They didn't have a heck of a lot more to show. It was like the trailer or whatever. What they did mention was that it's coming out when it's ready. They pulled one of those because there's a lot to do for Baldur's Gate. They want to do it properly. Apparently, these guys have been trying to get the Baldur's Gate license for many years. And then finally the guys who had the license called them up and said, hey, would you still want to do Baldur's Gate?
We need money.
This was after Divinity Original Sin came out and just did big things, right? And they said, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Went and did that.
Here we are.
And here we are. They do have a tabletop game that's a prequel to Baldur's Gate 3 that they're releasing.
Okay. Doesn't interest me, but that's
No, but it's kind of a neat,
fans,
you know,
yeah.
for fans, because that's the kind of that's the audience that you have, right?
Absolutely.
And so that was kind of neat. But otherwise, that was pretty much all you know, is that it is coming. You know for sure that it's the people that made Divinity Original Sin, which means it's probably going to be pretty good. And then you're also going to get this sequel or prequel thing leading up to the release. That's pen and paper.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, Doc apparently tweeted that his director got fired. I don't know if he's memeing or not. That's a meme because he doesn't have a director. But what that does tell you is that whatever is coming can't be that bad because he's memeing on Twitter.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll keep the
Mishaps. He actually tweeted, mishaps led to recaps. Full video coming soon. P.S. My director Alex was fired.
And you know what I mentioned on stream yesterday? I said, you know how if this goes down okay one way or
He's
another.
going to blame it on somebody.
It's not blaming. Alex doesn't exist. Alex is a non-existent character that he has when he's streaming and something goes wrong on the stream.
This fucking
or
guy.
if he's changing scenes. Alex is the director. He's the guy in the back pressing all the buttons like on the stream deck.
He's
right?
Alex.
So technically Doc is Alex, right?
Yeah.
But Alex is the guy.
See, I don't watch enough Doc to get that.
Right, so that's a Doc joke. So I said what would be really smart of him to do is he fires Alex and he gets a new intern, and that's exactly what he's fucking doing. Called it.
See, he's such a legend, bro. He's a legend.
That's a 200 IQ play.
That's a legend.
I mean, it's not going to save him from getting fucked on.
No.
But as far as
But the great thing about his character,
the story about the character is that
the great thing about what Doc does is he can be a dick about being a dick. Like he can just say, you know what, fuck you, I'm Doc, I'm the two-time back-to-back.
Which doesn't work for everyone.
No, but
if you don't have a stick up your ass, that shit's funny, bro.
Dude, it's funny to me.
That shit's funny.
It's funny to me.
It's funny.
See, I didn't even know Alex was a fake thing.
Yes.
And now it just makes that even funnier.
Yeah, he's a non-existent person. person, just Alex.
Holy fuck.
Alex
is fired. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be like Pedro next or something, right?
Yeah, some new character, somebody new. Who knows what's gonna be?